Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to continue with our 1983 Card&Dice Strat-O-Matic 1&Done tournament. We are in the Sweet 16, and this is Game 15 of our tournament, and the matchup is a 10-7 matchup. The Pittsburgh Pirates, the number 10 seed, at 84 wins and 78 losses. They had to win their way into the Sweet 16, take on the Blue Jays, who had a bye. They're the 7th seed at 89 and 73. At the ballpark is Jack Dawson. Hope all is well, Jack. Check out that wonderful channel. He's been playing some Madden and some PBA bowling, as well as other video games of non-sports nature, such as Final Fantasy and Borderlands. All right, let's get to the starting lineups. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, the winner advances to the Elite Eight. Lacey leads off playing left field. Ray's at second, batting second. Matlock batting third at third. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, Mike Easler. Tony Pena does the catching. He'll bat fifth. Dave Parker's in right and will bat sixth. Thompson is at first base, as there's no longer Willie Pop Stargell, and he'll bat seventh. Dale Bearer, son of Yogi Berra, bats eighth and will play short, and Wynn is in center field and he will bat ninth. Bobby Cantillano is also at the ballpark. Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful channel. On the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Jose DeLeon, 7-3 with a 2.83 ERA, hoping to pitch the Pirates into the Elite Eight. For the home team, Toronto Blue Jays, the team north of the border, Lloyd Mosby leads things off. He'll play center field. Damaso Garcia bats second and will play second. Upshaw is at first. He'll bat third. Jesse Barfield's the cleanup hitter. He'll play right field. Ernie Witt does the catching and will bat fifth. Cliff Johnson's the designated hitter, batting sixth. Rance Mulliniks mans the hot corner for the Blue Jays. He will bat seventh. Bunnell is in left field. He'll bat eighth. And Alfredo Griffin will bat ninth and play shortstop. Dave Stieb is up on the bump for the Blue Jays, as he has been given the task to pitch the Blue Jays into the Elite Eight. He was 17-12 with a 3.04 ERA. Let's get started. Let's roll some Strat-O-Matic baseball. All right, so Lee Lacey leads things off for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Lacey batted .302, 4 homers, 3 triples, and 12 doubles. Johnny Ray is on deck. Here's the pitch from Stieb to Lacey, and that's a 3-5. Stieb's a righty, Lacey's a righty, so a 3 and a 5, and that's going to be a double. A double to the left center field gap. So Lee Lacey doubles on the 3-5. I'm sorry, that is a single. That's a 14, not a 4. So that's a single for Lee Lacey. And Lacey is a double-A stealer, so he's at first. Definitely a threat to run. And that'll bring up good old Johnny Ray, as they say in the song. 283, 5 homers, 7 triples, 38 doubles. He's an A bunter. Lacey, let's see if we'll send Lacey. They're going to hold him close. Lacey, a double-A stealer, so that's -2 when you hold a double-A stealer. We're playing advanced. And a -1 for Ernie Witt, so that's -3 overall. That's 1 through 14. There goes Lacey. There's the throw down, and he is gunned out. It's a 19. So Ernie Witt, a good throw down. And applying the tag is the second baseman. I'm sorry, is the shortstop, Alfredo Griffin. So Lacey is erased, caught stealing. And that goes 2-6. So he is gone. There's one away. Johnny Ray will now bat with no one on. Larry Harris at the ballpark. How you doing, my friend? Here's the pitch to Johnny Ray. Switch hitter batting lefty. Stieb fires up a 5-3. What will it be? We shall see. Left-handed batter. 5-3. Slowly hit ball to first. Upshaw fields it, takes it to the bag himself, 2 down. Base is empty. And now we'll bring up the Mad Dog, Bill Matlock, third baseman for the Pirates in '83. 323, 12 homers, no triples, 21 doubles. The hit dog, Mike Easler, on deck. 2 outs, base is empty. Stieb kicks and deals to Bill Matlock. 3-4. Does it close the door on this inning? Right-handed pitcher. 3-4. Jammed and popped up right side. Upshaw's waiting for it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. So the caught stealing takes the Pirates right out of the inning. Great throw by Ernie Wett. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Due up for the Blue Jays, Mosby, Garcia, and Upshaw. And they will face Jose DeLeon. As the Pirates go out to the field. And DeLeon takes the mound. He'll face Lloyd Mosby. Lloyd Mosby, the center fielder for the Blue Jays. 315, 18 homers, 7 triples, and 31 doubles. Damaso Garcia on deck. DeLeon's a right-handed thrower. Mosby's a lefty. DeLeon picks up the sign from Tony Pena. The pitch to Lloyd Mosby. 4-8 against the left-handed batter. 4-8, and that's a walk, and Mosby's an ace stealer. So Mosby's on. Pena has a -3 arm. An ace stealer, a -2. That's a -5. That's 1 through 12. So I think good old Lloyd Mosby's going to stay put. So Mosby's at first, and here's Damaso Garcia. He's a B bunter. If they bunt, they will play for the bunt. And the Cards are sticking together. Damaso Garcia, 307, 3 homers, 6 triples, and 23 doubles. Willie Upshaw is on deck. Let's see what we're going to do with Damaso Garcia. They're going to... If they play for the bunt, they can't hold Mosby on. He's not stealing anywhere. They're going to play for the bunt. They're going to play for the bunt. So Mosby goes from a... Damaso Garcia goes from an A to... from a B bunter to a C bunter. Here's the pitch from DeLeon. Garcia squares the bunt. That's going to be a good one. A 4 on a C bunter as they're playing for the bunt. So he goes from a B to a C. Batter is thrown out by pitcher. And Mosby advances to second base. So a nice play by DeLeon. He takes the sure out. As that goes 1-4. As Ray was covering first base on the wheel play. So Mosby in scoring position with 1 out, 1 through 16 base runner. He'll be held on, so that's a -1 before 2 outs, so he's 1 through 15. Here comes Willie Upshaw. Willie Upshaw, power hitting first baseman, as I stated, before my headset wanted to shut itself off as normal. 306, 27 homers, 7 triples, and 26 doubles. Jesse Barfield on deck. This Blue Jays team can mash. Dave Gardner's at the ballpark. How you doing? Sean, how you doing? Thank you for the... We're going to have some 1969 games coming up. Sean was kind enough to send me a season. Greatly appreciate that. Here's the pitch from DeLeon to Willie Upshaw. 6-8. Upshaw's a lefty. 6-8 fly ball, center field B. So that's going to be out number 2. Making the catch in center is Wynn. Retreating back to second is Mosby. So 2 outs. Mosby will be off on contact. He now becomes a +1 runner. So he's 1 through 17. And here comes Jesse Barfield. Barfield's got a lot of boom in that bat. Thrice Cerrone's at the ballpark. How you doing, my friend? Check out that wonderful channel. 253, 27 home runs, 3 triples, and 13 doubles. Congrats to our good friend Dave Gardner, who is in, now I forgot the magazine, but he has an article. He's featured. And Dave, if you can be so kind to put the magazine, it's an online magazine. It's about sports sim gaming, and I read it, and now I forgot the name of the magazine. But congrats to Uncle Dave Gardner, great pitcher, by the way, and Uncle Ron Juckett. They've hit the big time, my friends. Check out those wonderful channels. So here's Jesse Barfield. Ernie Witt is on deck. 2 outs. Mosby takes his lead. DeLeon peeks over his shoulder. Now he deals to Jesse Barfield. Runner off on contact. That is a 6-5 righty-righty matchup. 6-5. Swing and a miss. DeLeon, that fastball tailing away, gets Barfield to swing. Mosby is stranded at second. And after a long hiatus, we're through 1 inning of play. No score here in Toronto. Due up for the Pirates, Easler, Pena, and Parker. As Thriceroni's congratulating Uncle Dave. So DeLeon pitches out of the jam. And Dave Stieb comes back to the mound. He'll face Mike Easler, the hit dog. Easler left-handed batting, DH. 307, 10 home runs, 2 triples, 17 doubles. Tony Pena, the catcher, is on deck. Stieb picks up the sign from Witt. The pitch to Easler. 6-6, pick up some sticks. Left-handed batter, 6-6, popped up, second base. Making the catch is Damaso Garcia. 1 down. So Stieb came in high and tight, and he jammed the hit dog. I'm also using the new YouTube studio, which, my God, it took me forever to figure out anything in here. But they're getting rid of the Classic, so I had to figure out how to work this. And here's Tony Pena, the catcher. Absolutely outstanding catcher in 1983. Defense and offense, 301, 15 home runs, 3 triples, 22 doubles. Dave Parker, the Cobra, is on deck. 1 out, no one on. The pitch to Pena. Stieb fires up a 1-10. Right-handed pitcher, 1-10. Fly ball lifted to left. Going back a bit, reaching up and making the catch. In left field is Bunnell. So that's 2 away. Pena retreats back to the dugout. And here comes the Cobra, Dave Parker. Parker, a little past his prime, batting .279, 12 homers, 4 triples, and 29 doubles. Jason Thompson, the former Tiger, is on deck. The pitch from Stieb to the Cobra, Dave Parker, 5-9 to Parker. Left-handed batter, 5-9. Bounding ball to second. Garcia's up with it. He throws the upshot, and 1-2-3 go the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here in Toronto. The winner advances to the Elite Eight. So far, Stieb is through 2. Due up for the Blue Jays, Witt, Johnson, and Rance Mulliniks to face Jose DeLeon. So DeLeon's back up on the bump. And here comes the catcher, Ernie Witt. Left-handed batter. Witt, .256, 17 homers, 2 triples, and 15 doubles. This Blue Jay team definitely could mash the ball. DeLeon deals to the left-handed batting catcher, Witt. 5-11. 5-11. It will be a play to DeLeon. He's a 2-fielder. And we rolled a 13. Flip the chart. 2-13 for the pitcher. 2-13 goes to an error check. He's an E14. Roll a 2 red die. That's a 7. He should make the play on an E14. And he does. He knocks the ball down, picks it up, throws to first, 1 down. So Witt is retired 1-3. On the hard hit ball, smacked right back at DeLeon. And now bring up Cliff Johnson, the designated hitter. Johnson, 265, 22 home runs, 1 triple, 23 doubles. Rance Mulliniks is on deck. Johnson, right-handed batter. 1 out, no one on. DeLeon picks up the sign from Pena. Pena sets the target. The pitch to Cliff Johnson, a very angry man. 4-10 to Cliff Johnson. He's a right-handed batter. 4-10. Ground ball to second. Second baseman is Johnny Ray. He's a 2 defender. And we rolled a 6. So a 2 and a 6. Flip the chart. 2-6. Johnny Ray backhands it. Throws to Thompson. And that's 2 down. So 2 ground balls, 2 outs. And now bring up the third baseman, Rance Mulliniks, left-handed batter. Mulliniks, 275, 10 home runs, 3 triples, 34 doubles. Barry Bunnell is on deck. DeLeon looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He nods his head. He rocks and deals to Rance Mulliniks. 3-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 3-3. 3-3 popped up. Third base. Waiting for it is Matlock. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. Go the Blue Jays, and ding ding goes the trolley. We go to the top of the third. Still scoreless here in Toronto. Due up for the Pirates will be Thompson, Berra, and Wynn, the bottom third of the order, to face Dave Stieb. The winner advances to the Elite Eight as we get back to our 1983 one-and-done tournament. So here comes Jason Thompson. He played for the Tigers. 259, 18 homers, 1 triple, 20 doubles. Dale Berra, son of Yogi, on deck. Thompson, power hitting left-handed batter. Stieb readies himself. He rocks and deals to Jason Thompson. And that's a 1-6. Pick up some sticks. 1-6, ball 4. So Thompson battles Stieb to a walk. Thompson not a threat to steal. He is an E-stealer. They will not hold him on. And here comes Dale Berra. Berra's a B bunter. Will they play small ball here with Marvell Wynn on deck? Well, they're not, because Dale Berra did have 10 homers, 1 triple, 25 doubles, 251. He's going to be swinging away. Blue Jays hoping to turn 2 up the middle with Alfredo Griffin and Garcia. Here's the pitch to son of Yogi, Dale Berra. 4-7. Right-handed batter. 4-7. And that's a 1, and that's going to be a single. 1 through 17's a single. 1 star. So advancing 90 feet is Jason Thompson. He's slow as dirt anyway. And it's now first and second. So Berra's at first. Thompson's at second. There are no outs. Here in the top of the third. And now bring up Marvell Wynn. He's a B bunter. 243, 7 homers, 2 triples, 16 doubles. Lee Lacy is on deck. Lacy singled and was thrown out. Marvell Wynn will attempt to bunt both runners over. They're playing for the bunt. So he goes from a B bunter to a C bunter. Here's the pitch from Stieb, looking to come high and tight. Marvell Wynn squares the bunt. That's a 6 on a C. That should get it done. Fielding it is the third baseman, Rance Mulliniks. His only play is to first. And the runners advance. So Thompson to third, Berra to second, and Marvell Wynn does his J.O.B. on the sack. As that goes 5-3, getting back to first to cover up was Upshaw. So 1 out. Second and third. Pirates threaten to take the lead here in the top of the third. Top of the order, Lee Lacy's 1 for 1, caught stealing. Stieb takes a deep breath. He's looking for something like a pop-up or a strikeout. He readies himself, arms down to his chest. He rocks and deals to Lee Lacy. 1-4. 1-4. Ground ball to short. Ground ball A. I don't think this is going to score the run. Ground ball A. If no runners are forced, runners hold. And there'll be 2 down. Fielding the ball was Alfredo Griffin. He throws to first. And Lacy is retired. 6-3. So on the hard hit ball, the contact play is not on for the slow-footed Jason Thompson. So 2 outs. Second and third. Stieb 1 out away from getting out of this mess. And here comes good old Johnny Ray, who grounded out to first. Let's see what good old Johnny Ray can do. He's 0 for 1. Switch hitter batting lefty. Witt wiggles the fingers, sets the target. The pitch to good old Johnny Ray. 6-4. Left-handed batter. 6-4. This will be a play for Ernie Witt. Witt is a 3 defender, and we rolled an 8. We go to the advanced fielding chart. 3-8. 3-8. A number in front of the plate. Witt fields it, fires to first, and the side is retired. Ray is retired 2-3. So the Pirates threaten, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Due up for the Blue Jays, Bennell, Griffin, and the top of the order, Mosby. So a good job by Stieb pitching out of that mess. As the Pirates go out to the field to play some defense, Stieb goes back to the dugout. And here comes Jose DeLeon. And he's ready to face Barry Bennell, left fielder for the Blue Jays. Barry Bennell in 1983 batted .318, 10 homers, 3 triples, 21 doubles. Alfredo Griffin is on deck, switch hitter. DeLeon nods his head. The big windup and the pitch. That's a 3-9 to Barry Bennell. Righty-righty matchup. 3-9. That's a walk. Ball 4. So Bennell's at first. He's a C stealer. They will hold him on. And here comes Alfredo Griffin, shortstop, a bunter. 250, 4 homers, 9 triples, 22 doubles. Everyone in America and Canada knows what Alfredo Griffin's going to do. He squares the bunt. They're playing for the bunt. He'll go to a B bunter. Here's the pitch. That's a 9. Oh, boy. That might not be good enough on a B. 9. And charging in and fielding it is Matlock. He throws to first. It's a low throw, but scooped out of the dirt by Thompson. And advancing to second is Barry Bennell. So a B goes to a B bunter and a 9. So Griffin lays down a good bunt on the tough pitch. And Bennell advances to second. He's in scoring position in this scoreless game. As that's a sack, 5-3. Top of the order, Lloyd Mosby. He walked. Reached second base, went no further. 1 out. Bennell at second. They'll hold him close. So it'll be a -1, 1 through 13 until 2 outs. DeLeon looks over his shoulder. Now in at the plate. He kicks and deals to Lloyd Mosby. 4-11. Left-handed batter. 4-11. Fly ball right field. That's to Parker. Parker's a 3 defender. And that's a 14. So a 3 and a 14. Parker racing in. Reaching out. And he makes the catch. Retreating. Back to second is Bunnell. So there are 2 outs now. Bunnell will be off on contact. He's a +1, 1 through 15. And here comes the second baseman, Damaso Garcia. He grounded out. Bunnell again will be off on contact. Garcia chokes up on that bat. DeLeon nods his head. Pena sets the target. The pitch to Garcia. 1-8. Against the right-handed pitcher. 1-8. Ground ball to short. Up with it is Berra. He throws to Thompson, and the side is retired. We're through 3, still scoreless here in Toronto. The winner advances to the Elite 8. Due up for the Pirates, Matlock, Easler, and Tony Pena to face Dave Stieb. As the Blue Jays go out to take the field, DeLeon goes back to the dugout. So far, 3 scoreless innings for Jose DeLeon. And here comes Dave Stieb back up on his perch. And here's Bill Matlock. Matlock popped out to first. Wiggles the fingers. The pitch from Stieb to Matlock. 3-7. Right-handed pitcher. 3-7. Fly ball lifted to center. Camping and waiting for it. Making the catch is Wynn. Matlock is retired. I'm sorry, is Mosby. Mosby makes the catch in center. That'll bring up the hit dog, Mike Easler. Easler's 0 for 1, popped out to second. The pitch to Easler. Stieb fires up a 4-7. Easler left-handed batter. 4-7. Ball 4. Checked his swing. So Easler's on for the first time. C. Steeler, they'll hold him close. Here comes Tony Pena, the catcher. He flew out to left. 1 out, 1 on. Stieb and the Blue Jays hoping to turn 2. The pitch to Tony Pena. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. Right-handed batter. 6-6. Swing and a miss. Curveball got him. Pena way out in front of the off-speed pitch. That's Stieb's first strikeout. So 2 outs. Easler's on first. He'll be off on contact. It'll be a +1 as they're holding him on. So -1 +2 becomes a +1, 1 through 12. And here comes the Cobra, Dave Parker. Parker grounded to second. Parker looking to turn back the hands of time to 1979. The pitch to Parker. Easler's off on contact. 3-5 to Dave Parker. Against a right-handed pitcher. 3-5. Boom goes the ball, and Dave Parker will touch them all. He does indeed turn back the hands of time. Bippity-boppity-boom. Dave Parker has just given the Pirates a 2-0 lead. On the 3-5 against a right-handed pitcher, Stieb throws up a hanging breaking ball that Parker crushed. A 1 or a 2 would have been a homer. Re-rolled a 2. To the moon, Alice. To the moon. And it is 2-0 Pirates. A clutch 2-out homer by Parker. We were just saying, can he turn back the hands of time? He sure did. Lots of high fives in that Pirate dugout. That's 2 ribbies for Parker. And a 2-0 lead for the Pirates, done with 2 outs. Deuces gone wild. Easler scored ahead of him. And here comes Jason Thompson. Thompson walked in his first plate appearance. Can they go back-to-back jacks? Witt goes out and has a word with Stieb. Now back behind the plate. Squats down, sets the target. The pitch to Jason Thompson. 2-9 against a right-handed pitcher. 2-9. That's a single to center. So Thompson singles. Following up the home run by Parker. Thompson an E stealer, but they will hold him because there's 2 outs. So it'll only be a +1, 1 through 11. Stieb struggling here, and here comes Dale Berra. Berra singled his first time up. Let's see what Berra can do here. Stieb peeks to first, now looks in at the plate. He rocks and deals to Dale Berra, son of Yogi. 5-5 to Dale. Right-handed batter. 5-5. Ground ball to the shortstop. The shortstop is Alfredo Griffin. He's a 2 defender, and that's a 15. Let's flip that chart. 2-15. Griffin backhands it, fires to first, and the side is retired. He threw a BB to Upshaw. But the Pirates strike first on the boom to the moon by Dave Parker, the Cobra. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Pittsburgh. The winner advances to the Elite Eight on our 1983 one-and-done tournament. The hanging breaking ball cost Stieb and the Blue Jays greatly. Back up on the bump for the Pirates now with a 2-run lead is Jose DeLeon. And he'll have to face Upshaw, Barfield, and Witt. There's a lot of homers in them there bats. Here's Willie Upshaw, first baseman, left-handed batter. Upshaw flew out to center. He's 0 for 1. DeLeon deals to Upshaw. 6-10. 6-10. Ground ball, second base. Johnny Ray, 2 defender, and we rolled a 19. 2-19. Ray knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Thompson, 1 down. So Upshaw is erased 4-3. Now we'll bring up Jesse Barfield. Barfield was a strikeout victim. The only batter that DeLeon has struck out. Here's the pitch to Jesse Barfield. That's a 3-8. A 3-8 to Jesse Barfield, right-handed pitcher. 3-8. Swing and a miss. He gets him for a second time. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Pena applies the tag. And Barfield will make a turn and go back to the dugout. So 2 outs, base is empty for the left-handed batting Toronto catcher Ernie Witt. Witt grounded to the pitcher. 2-0 Pirates. DeLeon looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. He sets and deals to Ernie Witt. 5-6. Pick up some sticks. Left-handed batter. 5-6. Strike 3 looking. He paints the inside corner. DeLeon strikes out 2. 1-2-3. Go the Blue Jays. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-0 Pittsburgh. Due up for the Pirates, win in the top of the order, Lacey and Ray. And they will face Dave Stieb. As DeLeon is pumped up. Point of weakness check for DeLeon comes in the 7th, for Stieb in the 8th. Stieb has made 1 mistake to Dave Parker, and Dave Parker made him pay a 2-run homer. Thus, the 2-0 lead for the Pirates. And here comes Marvell Wynn, the center fielder. Wynn had a sacrifice bunt, so he has no official at-bat. Left-handed batter. Stieb readies himself. The pitch to Marvell Wynn. 4-7. Left-handed batter. 4-7, and he walks. So Marvell Wynn walks. He's a C stealer. They'll hold him close. And here's Lee Lacey. Lacey's a B bunter. C hit and run. And they're holding him close. So on the hit and run, he goes to a B on the hit and run. There's the hit and run. Oh, it's an 11. That's not going to be good. B, hit and run. And an 11. Batter misses the pitch. Roll 20-sided die for steal results. So a swing and a miss by Lacey. Win is a C stealer. They were holding him on. So that's a -3. Plus, Witt has a -1 arm. So that's a -4 on a C stealer. And we're going to have to roll low if you're a Pirates fan. So 1 through 7, he's safe. Here's the throw down. He is gunned out by 5 years. We rolled a 20. The failed hit and run fails miserably as win is erased. 2-6. As Ernie Witt throws out his second Pittsburgh Pirate trying to steal, though that was on a failed hit and run. Caught stealing. So Ray will bat with 1 out and bases empty. He awaits the Stieb offering. Pitch homeward bound. 3-7. 3-7 to Lacey. 3-7. Strike 3 looking. Breaking pitch outside corner. So there's 2 down now. And that's Stieb's second strikeout. And now bring up Johnny Ray, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. The pitch to Ray. 6-10. Switch hitter batting lefty. 6-10. Ground ball to the shortstop, Alfredo Griffin. Griffin is a 2 defender, and that's a 15. 2-15. Griffin has it. Throws to Upshaw, and the side is retired. The walk doesn't hurt. Failed hit and run. Win is erased. And a strikeout and a ground out. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Pirates. Due up for the Blue Jays. Cliff Johnson, Rance Mullenix, and Barry Bonnell. As Stieb walks calmly from the mound back to the dugout, keeping it a 2-run deficit for the Blue Jays. Let's make sure we got this in the right order. Lacey and Ray. There we go. And Jose DeLeon back up on the mound for the Pirates. And here's Big Cliff Johnson. Johnson grounded out to second in his first plate appearance. Pena goes through the signs. DeLeon nods his head. The pitch to Cliff Johnson. 3-7. Right-handed pitcher. 3-7. Strike 3 looking. Got him on the breaking pitch. DeLeon has now struck out 3 in a row. The last 2, Barfield and Witt, to end the 4th. And now to start the 5th, he strikes out Johnson. That's 4 strikeouts, so DeLeon is in a zone. 1 out, no one on for Rance Mullenix. Mullenix popped out to 3rd. The pitch to Mullenix. DeLeon fires up a 4-11. Mullenix, left-handed batter, 4-11. That's a fly ball out to right field. And Dave Parker, the Cobra, he's a 3 defender, and we rolled a 7. A 3 and a 7. Again, racing in towards the line is Parker. He makes the catch. 2 down. So Parker has been a busy beaver out and right. He's really turned back the hands of time with the home run and his fielding ability. So 2 outs, base is empty for Barry Bonnell, the left fielder for the Blue Jays. He walked, reached second, and would go no further. Bonnell awaits the DeLeon offering. DeLeon rocks and fires to Barry Bonnell. 5-8. Right-handed batter, 5-8. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. DeLeon strikes out 2 out of 3. He's now K'd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has struck out 5. We're through 5. We go to the top of the 6th. 2-0 Pittsburgh. Winner advances to the Elite 8 in our 1-and-done 1983 Strat-O-Matic tournament. Card&Dice. Due up for the Pirates, Matlock, Easler, and Pena to face Dave Stieb. Stieb made one mistake, a hanging breaking pitch that Dave Parker sent the ball to the moon, Alice, to the moon. It was a bippity-boppity boom, as we say. DeLeon has pitched masterfully. And here comes Stieb. He's hoping to keep it again, a 2-run deficit, and hopes this Blue Jay offense will eventually soar, will spread their wings and fly high. DeLeon and the Pirates have other ideas. Here's Bill Matlock trying to add to that 2-0 lead. Matlock's 0 for 2. The pitch to Matlock. Stieb tosses up a 5-7 against a right-handed batter. 5-7, swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. Witt picks it up, throws to first, and that's a strikeout. And that's a third K for Stieb. That breaking ball did not hang. That was a mighty swing by Matlock. 1 out, no one on for the hit dog Mike Easler, left-handed batter. Stieb works quickly to the hit dog Mike Easler. 6-10. Left-handed batter, 6-10, ground ball to short. And again, Alfredo Griffin is a 2 defender, and that's a 2. So a 2 and a 2, how do you do? Griffin makes a dive for it. We lose the advanced chart. That went flying, but we grabbed it. So that's a 2 and a 2, and that's a single into left center field. So Easler's on. He's now 1 for 1. He walked and scored ahead of the Parker homer. Easler, a C stealer, will be held close at first. So we'll go to a -1, 1 through 10. Here's Tony Pena. The Pirates catcher is 0 for 2. He's flown to left and struck out. Stieb will try to induce a double play ball. He rocks and fires to Pena. 5s across the... Oop, that was a 5. 5s across the board. That's a 5-10, right-handed batter. 5-10, ball 4. Witt tried to frame it to no avail. So Pena's on for the first time. Advancing to second is Easler. First and second, 1 out. Pirates looking to strike one more time. And here comes the man of the hour, Dave Parker. His 2-run homer has given the Pirates a 2-0 lead. He's also played outstanding in right. The pitch to Parker, 1 out, 2 on, 2-0 Pirates. That's a 2-4. Oh boy, against a right-handed pitcher. 2-4, fly ball deep to right. Going back, making the catch. Did he catch? Yes, he did. He bobbled it, but he caught it. Is the right fielder Barfield? It's a question mark. It'll be a +2 if we want to tag Easler. That's only 1 through 13. He's going to hold. We're not going to take a chance there. So Parker flies deep to right. He's now 1 for 3. As he claps his hands, he just missed that one. Could have had a 3-run homer there. And now I'll bring up Jason Thompson, the first baseman. He is 1 for 1. He singled and walked. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners will be off on contact. So Easler will go to a +1. As they're holding him close at second, so he's 1 through 12. Tony Pena can't be held on at first. He's a +2, 1 through 15. The pitch to Jason Thompson. 2 outs, 2 on. 2-0 Pirates. Top of the 6th. And that's a 6-8. Thompson's a lefty. 6-8. Popped up right side. Upshaw waiting for it. He makes the catch. And the side is retired. Thompson pops out to his counterpart, Upshaw. Pirates leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Pittsburgh. Winner advances to the lead 8. Dave Little is at the ballpark. He says, "Take me out to the ball game." Not yet. Not yet. If I remember, we shall sing it. Check out that wonderful channel, Dave Little. 2-0 Pittsburgh if you're just joining us. On a Dave Parker 2-run homer on a hanging breaking ball in the top of the 4th. Pirates threatened but could not score as Thompson just popped up as you witnessed. So Stieb, that one mistake is still costing the Blue Jays and Stieb. As he goes back to the dugout. Can the Blue Jays bats finally soar here? Jose DeLeon has kept him pretty much silent. And I'm looking here, and yeah, he's kept him pretty much silent, if you understand what I'm saying. They have had runners, but they've all been via the ball 4. And he's also struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So DeLeon is in quite a zone as we go to the bottom of the 6th. He will face Griffin in the top of the order, Mosby and Garcia. Alfredo Griffin had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Here's the pitch from DeLeon to Alfredo Griffin. 3-9. Switch hitter batting lefty, but it's a right-handed pitcher. So 3-9, ground ball to his counterpart, Berra at short. Berra throws to Thompson. 1 down. DeLeon is in quite a zone. And here's Lloyd Mosby. Mosby is 0 for 1. He is walked and flown to right. DeLeon works quickly to Mosby. 1-5. 1-5, ground ball to second. Johnny Ray goes to Thompson. 2 down. Pirates throw the ball around the infield. DeLeon wants the ball back. 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes the second baseman for the Blue Jays, Damaso Garcia. He's 0 for 2. DeLeon nods his head. Pena, in that stretched out stance of his behind the plate, sets the target. The pitch to Damaso Garcia. 3-11. 3-11. Fly ball lifted to left. Going towards the line, making the catch is the left fielder, Lacey, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. That's a familiar tone we've gone with. 1, 2, 3. Go the Blue Jays. ID gestures at the ballpark here. Check out that wonderful channel. Lots of military strategy and much, much more. So, Jose DeLeon is in quite a zone. Through 6, he has held the Blue Jays to, let's just say, walks, while striking out 5. So DeLeon smiles, comes off the mound. And here's Dave Stieb. It's been quite a pitcher's duel. Stieb, the one bad pitch, the hanging breaking ball. Dave Parker turned back the hands of time when he went bippity-boppity boom. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. A 2-run homer. Easler scored ahead of him. And that's how we stand. 2-0. Top of the 7th. Stieb's point of weakness check comes in the 8th. And he will face Dale Berra, son of Yogi. Then win in the top of the order, Lacey. Berra is 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded to short. Here's the pitch from Stieb to Dale Berra. We hit the helmets with the die. And that's a 3-8. Right-handed pitcher. 3-8 single. Berra singles to center. He's now 2 for 3. Pirates would love to get some insurance runs here. C. Steeler, they'll hold him close. And here's Marvell Wynn. He's a B bunter. Actually, they're going to play for the bunt. They're going to play for the bunt. They're not going to hold Berra close. He's a C. If he was a B, I would say yes. But they're going to play for the bunt if we bunt. Do we want Marvell Wynn to swing away? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling good? If they're playing for the bunt, that means they're playing in. And if we go hit and run, he goes from a C to a B. We're going to play hit and run. They're playing for the bunt. Marvell Wynn brings the bat back. He swings, and that's a 5. And he goes from a C to a B on a 5 on the hit and run. Singles! He singles! And Berra will go first to third. I forgot to put the pegs on there, so the hit and run works. He singles, because I do believe they would be playing for the bunt. And Berra goes first and third. And that's a hit and run single. I like to mark that. And the Pirates threatening once again. So Marvell Wynn pulls the bat back and slaps the ball through the infield as the corners were a-charging. First and third. Infield moves in. And here's Lee Lacy. 2-0 Pirates. Lacy singled, caught stealing, grounded to short and struck out. Moment of truth here. Infield in. Stieb needs a strikeout. He deals to Lee Lacy. That's a 6-7. Lacy's a right-handed batter. 6-7. Swing and a miss! And Stieb pumps his fist. That's the second time he's got Lacy. And that is his 4th strikeout. Double play ball will get them out of the inning now. 1 out. Runners on the corners for the Pirates. They go back to normal defense, hoping to turn 2. And here comes good old Johnny Ray, switch hitter batting lefty. Going to be tough to double him up. That's what they're going to try to do. Double him up. 2-0 Pirates trying to add to this lead. Top of the 7th. If you're just joining us, the lone mistake by Stieb, a hanging breaking ball that Dave Parker deposited to the moon, a 2-run homer. The pitch to good old Johnny Ray. 2 outs, 2 on. 2-0 Pirates. 2-8 Johnny Ray. Against the right-handed pitcher. 2-8. Fly ball. B, center field, question mark. So it's not, if it was no question mark, the runner would score. So making the catch in center is Mosby. He has a -1 arm, but with a B question mark, you go +2, -1. Dale Bear is at third. Oh my God. 1 through 11. So it's a +1. Because, again, +2, -1. 1 through 12. They're going to send him. Here's the throw by Mosby. 1 through 12. He's safe. 19. He is gunned out at the plate. And the side is retired. The crowd here in Toronto goes nuts. As Stieb pumps his fist, points to his center fielder, Mosby. It's still a 2-run deficit. So no RBI or sac fly. That is a double play. Mosby makes the catch coming in. He set himself up perfectly, threw a strike to Ernie Witt, who blocked the plate. Berra tried to bowl him over. To no avail. Witt held on to the ball, said something to Berra, and bounced it in his face. Well, not in his face, but, like off the plate while Berra is looking. And there's some bad blood here, and we love bad blood. It makes for good television. All right, so Berra is out. Out. 8-2. And the side is retired. So they sent him with 2 outs. And Matlock was coming up. Probably shouldn't have sent him, but what the hell? We took a chance. 1 through 13. Actually, 1 through 12, excuse me. 1 through 12. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 2-0 Pirates. Does that throw, is that the catalyst to get this offense going? DeLeon's held the Blue Jays hitless as we go to the bottom of the 7th. And now it's his point of weakness check, and he has been on point, to say the least. So the Blue Jays survive the hit and run. Itinerary Hobbyist, how you doing? As he says, love bad blood. You gotta love bad blood in a ball game. Makes it interesting. So Stieb, again, his one mistake, the hanging breaking pitch to Dave Parker, who bludgeoned it for a homer. And here comes Carlos DeLeon, point of weakness check now in the 7th. He's throwing, I'll say it, a no-hitter. He struck out 5. He will face Upshaw, Barfield, and Witt. Upshaw 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. Pena has a word with DeLeon. Now back behind the plate. Here's the pitch to the left-handed power bat, Willie Upshaw. I want to say he was cousins to Gene Upshaw, the football player. I believe I heard that somewhere. 4-5. Left-handed batter. 4-5. And an 8. Fly ball. Deep. Right center field gap. On the run. And the dive. Making the catch. Dave Parker. Unbelievable. He keeps the 1. We rolled an 8. Parker makes the racing diving catch, sprawled out, sliding on that turf, and the moans and groans of the Blue Jays fans. Holy cow, in the words of the late great Phil Rizzuto, the no-hitter is still intact. Upshaw just shaking his head. What a catch by Dave Parker in right center field, robbing extra bases. As Jose DeLeon looks and tips his cap to the Cobra in right. And now bring up Jesse Barfield, still 2-0. Still a no-hitter. Barfield hasn't made contact. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. DeLeon peers in at Pena, picks up the sign, the pitch to Jesse Barfield. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. That's a 4-4. Will it close the door on Jesse Barfield? 4, 4, 3. Jesse Barfield launches that ball deep, 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 and gone! The no-hitter is gone, the shutout is gone, and the Blue Jays pulled to within 1 on the 4-4 home run. Normal power. Well, Barfield has a ton of normal power. 1 through 5 would have been a double anyway, but 1 through 5 is a bippity-boppity boom, and Jesse Barfield has just put a huge crink into Jose DeLeon. He challenged him with the fastball, and Barfield won. DeLeon, on the sound of the bat, just bent over and shut his eyes as he bent over to his knees. Oh, my Lord. He shook off Pena. He wanted the fastball. Barfield, who had not made contact, whiffing on the off-speed pitches, now makes plenty of contact, and Toronto pulls to within 1 on the bippity-boppity-boom to the moon. There goes your no-hitter. There goes your shutout. And most of all, that has brought the Blue Jay fans back in this game when they went silent on the Parker great grab. And DeLeon is mightily miffed at himself. And Barfield goes around the bases. And it's now 2-1 with 1 out. Lots of high fives for Barfield in that Toronto Blue Jay dugout. And now bring up Ernie Whitt, power hitting catcher. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded to the pitcher and struck out. And again, this is a point of weakness check. So if there's another walk or a hit, DeLeon reaches his point of weakness. And with that, Kent Tekulve gets up in the Pirates bullpen and frantically starts warming up. Kent Tekulve is the closer. And he can go 2 innings. 7-5 with a 1.64. I don't know how many saves because they didn't have him on the old cards. But he definitely was the closer. So Kent Tekulve, the submariner, is throwing, warming up quite quickly. Wow! Unbelievable. So from the thrill of victory when it goes to the saving of the no-hitter to the agony of defeat on the very next batter, he challenged Barfield. You could see Pena. He shook off Pena. He wanted to throw the heat. And on the crack of the bat, you could see DeLeon just shut his eyes, bend over, hands to his knees. He knew he got farmed if we, He challenged him. And I'm not talking about farm. All right, so here's Ernie Whitt. Can they go back-to-back jacks and tie it up? DeLeon trying to compose himself on the mound. He rocks and deals to Ernie Whitt. That's a 2-6. 2-6. Fly ball deep to right, but that's going to stay in the ballpark. Parker at the track makes the catch, and there are 2 down. The crowd's still abuzzed. The only hit, a home run. Cut the lead in half now. Pirates still lead 2-1. Here comes Cliff Johnson. Johnson has a lot of pop in that bat, but he's 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and struck out. The pitch to big Cliff Johnson. That's a 6-5 right-handed batter. 6-5. Swing and a miss! And DeLeon composed himself, gets out of it, gives up the homer, loses the no-hitter and the shutout, but the Pirates keep the lead. That's a second strikeout of Cliff Johnson. DeLeon now has 6, I do believe. Let me count them up quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, indeed, he has 6. And he has not hit point of weakness yet. But it looks like we'll go to Kent to Colby for the final 2 innings. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 2-1 Pittsburgh. Winner advances to the Elite 8. And do we want to take Stieb out now? Stieb's only made that 1 mistake. All right, so Cliff Johnson's out. Little kind of new setup, moving the pegs around. The best I can remember to do. DeLeon's out of the game, so he pitched 7. Gave up 1 hit and 1 earned run on the home run. He did a hell of a job, so he's out of the game. Kent to Colby will try to close it out, try to get the final 6 outs. Not going to screw around in a one-and-done tournament. Closers are always fresh. We always say there's like a game, a day off between games. So it's the starters that are the ones who can't come back. Now Dave Stieb goes to his point of weakness inning check. And let me just check quickly. I'm not really familiar. I'm familiar with the bats and Stieb and Clancy. I don't remember who their closer was. Let me just look real quick. Joe McLaughlin. Can't be him. Jim Gott. I don't remember who their closer was. Roy Lee Jackson. Doesn't look like their bullpen was any good for the limited players I had. Joey McLaughlin, 4.457 and 4. Jim Gott, 4.74, 9 and 14. He was a starter reliever. And Roy Lee Jackson, 8 and 3, 4.50. He might have been the closer. 92 innings pitched. That seems like a closer there, but we're going to stick with Stieb. Stieb is the best pitcher on the staff. He's going to try to keep it a 1-run deficit. Oops. And here comes Bill Matlock. Matlock is 0 for 3. He struck out once. Here's the pitch from Stieb to Matlock. 2-1 now. Top of the 8th. Pirates. 5-8. Right-handed pitcher. Right-handed batter. 5-8. Swing and a miss! So Stieb has really... the 1 mistake. Both pitchers have made 1 mistake. Stieb has made a few more. The defense has gotten him out of it. So 1 out. Second time he's erased Matlock. That now gives him 5 Ks. And here comes Mike Eastler, the hit dog. Eastler has popped out to second, walked, and scored on the 2-run homer by Parker and singled in his last plate appearance. The pitch to the left-handed batting hit dog from Dave Stieb. 2-11. Right-handed pitcher. 2-11. Ground ball to third. Mullenix has it, throws to Upshaw, 2 down. And here comes Tony Pena, excellent hitting catcher in 1983. Awesome defensive catcher all through his career. He's 0 for 2. He has flown to left, struck out, and walked. Pena trying to get it to Dave Parker. The pitch to Pena. Stieb wanting to 1-2-3 inning here. That's a 1-10. Right-handed pitcher, 1-10, fly ball to left. Going back a bit, reaching out and making the catch is the left fielder, Bunnell, and the side is retired. 1-2-3, go the Blue Jays. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Pittsburgh 2, Toronto 1. Due up for the for the Blue Jays. Bottom third, Mullenix, Bunnell, and Griffin. And now they're going to face Kent to Colby, so Pena made the last out there. Parker will lead things off in the top of the 9th. And it's going to be Stieb. It's going to be Stieb because that bullpen, those are 4.5 ERAs. That's awful. You're going to win with your best or you're going to lose with your best. That's the way I see it. And here comes Kent to Colby. Colby, 7-5, 1.64, 99 innings pitched. I don't recall. I want to say he had 20-something saves. I could be wrong. There's definitely, I don't remember. And the old cards didn't put saves on them like the new cards do. So Colby looking to get the final 6 outs here. He's going to face Mullenix, Bunnell, and Griffin. Rance Mullenix is 0 for 2. The Submariner deals to Rance Mullenix. And that is a 1-11 from Kent Tekulve, who's a right-handed pitcher. 1-11, ground ball to third. Matlock fields it, throws to Thompson, 1 down. Scoring at home, 5-3. You should. It's good for the brain. And here comes Barry Bonnell. Bonnell is 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out. I think he had 10 homers, though. Yeah, he did. I don't think we have anyone on the bench with more homers. Take a quick look. Yeah, Garth Orge, 2, and he didn't hit better. Martinez had 10, 253. Collins is a speedster. Barry Bonnell will hit. The best players are in the lineup. There's no one really left on the bench that are better than the players we have in the lineup. All right, 1 out, no one on. Kent Tekulve goes to the submarine ball again. It's a 6-7 to Barry Bonnell. Righty-righty matchup. 6-7, swing and a miss! As Bonnell chases down and away. Second time Bonnell has gone down via the K. Let's put Tekulve's name in here. I forgot to write him in. Kent Tekulve comes in the 8th. And starts here. Pirates 4 outs away from reaching the Elite 8. Dave Little says, Barry Bonnell, former Ohio State Buckeye. If there's a Buckeye, Dave Little, an ID Jester, will know who it is. All right, here's Alfredo Griffin, 2 outs. Griffin will hit, switch hitter batting lefty. Tekulve goes into his submarine windup. The pitch to Griffin. 6-8. Left-handed batter. 6-8. Fly ball center field. Waiting for it and making the catch is Marvell Wynn. 1, 2, 3. Go the Blue Jays. We go to the top of the 9th. What a ball game. It's 2-1. Dave Stieb back up on the bump. The Blue Jays management do not trust that poopy bullpen of theirs. He is in charge of keeping it a 1-run deficit. To get it to the bottom of the 9th, down 1, Stieb made one mistake. A hanging breaking pitch that Dave Parker went to the moon, Alice, to the moon. He will face in the top of the 9th Parker, Thompson, and Berra. If anyone gets on, Win. And would probably take Win out. He's a +1 arm. So we'll have to check. We might have a better outfielder when it comes to arm. But have to weigh that against his range and his error rating. Parker 1 for 3, the 2-run homer. All you need to know. That's all the offense for the Pirates. Here's the pitch from Stieb to Parker. Can he do it again? Can the Cobra turn back the hands at times? 6-10. Left-handed batter, 6-10, ground ball to short, and Alfredo Griffin. Griffin is a 2 defender. We roll to 14. 2-14. Griffin charging the ball. Has it. Quick release to first, and Parker is nipped by a step. So Parker is out 6-3. 1 down. Now I'll bring up power hitting first baseman Jason Thompson. He's walked, singled, and popped out to his counterpart Upshaw at first. Left-handed batter. Stieb nods his head. Ernie Witt sets the target. The pitch to Thompson. 6-7. Left-handed batter. 6-7. Strike 3! Paints the outside corner with the fastball. Thompson didn't like the call. Witt really did a nice job framing it. Toronto throws the ball around the infield. That is strikeout number 6 for Stieb, who will be the definition of a tough luck loser if they lose the game 2-1. One bad pitch. Again, Pirates have had more opportunities, but the Blue Jays have helped Stieb with some timely defense. Here's Dale Berra. 2 outs, no one on. Berra is 2 for 3. He singled, grounded to short, singled, went to third on a hit and run, and this was a huge play. Fly ball by Johnny Ray to center. And throwing him out at the plate was Mosby. And the side was retired. So let's see what Berra can do here. 2 outs, no one on, 2-1. Pirates top of the 9th. The pitch from Stieb to Berra. 5-5. Right-handed batter. 5-5. Ground ball to the shortstop, Griffin. Defense check. He's a 2, and that's a 4. 2-4. Griffin charging, bare-handed, fires low to first. Scooped out of the dirt by Upshaw. And 1-2-3. Go the Pirates. What a play by Alfredo Griffin. And what a play by Upshaw. That looked to be an infield hit. So Stieb has done his job. He has gone 9 innings, giving up only 2 runs, but is on hook for the loss. Kent Tekulve will now take the mound for the Pirates. The Pirates are 3 outs away from advancing to the Elite Eight. The Pirates are the 10 seed. They had to win in the to get to the Sweet 16. The Blue Jays had a bye. And here comes Kent Tekulve. Toronto needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. And it's the top of the order. No easy task. Mosby, Garcia, and Upshaw. If anyone gets on, the power-hitting right fielder who hit the homer, Jesse Barfield. That's when DeLeon shook off Pena quite emphatically. After striking out Barfield twice on breaking pitches, he wanted to challenge Jesse. And boy, did he lose. He lost the no-hitter and the shutout on the home run. So it's 2-1. That is the only hit by the Blue Jays. So Kent Tekulve, the Submariner, in the second inning, has now reached point of weakness. But he needs to get 3 outs. 3 outs, and the Pirates will advance to the Elite Eight. Mosby has walked, flown to right, and grounded to second. Blue Jays fans on their feet. Here's the pitch from Tekulve. Submarine ball comes forth to Mosby. 3-4. Does it close the door on Lloyd Mosby? Right-handed pitcher. 3-4. Ground ball back to Tekulve. He snares it. Throws to first. 1 down. The Pirates are 2 outs away. Great reaction by Kent Tekulve on the hard hit ball right back to the mound. And here comes Damaso Garcia. He's 0 for 3. And what could have been had DeLeon not shook off Pena. Kent Tekulve, glasses on, squints in, nods his head. Pena sets a target. The pitch to Damaso Garcia. 1 out, no one on. He represents a tying run at the plate. 6-5. Right-handed batter. 6-5. Fly ball to center field. Going back to his left, reaching up, and making the catch is the center fielder Win. 2 down. The Blue Jays are down to their final out. Final out. And it's Willie Upshaw. Barfield on deck, the man who has the only hit, the home run. Upshaw's 0 for 3. He was robbed. He almost broke up the no-hitter. It would have been extra bases to the right center field gap. But Dave Parker, turning back the hands of time, does the Superman dive. But on the very next batter, Barfield homers. No-hitter gone. Shutout gone. 2-1, 2 outs. Upshaw, power-hitting first baseman, left-handed batter. 1 swing the bat could tie it here. Kent Tekulve takes a deep breath. The lanky one deals to Upshaw. 4-5. Will this end the ball? 4-6, 4-6. Lefty. 4-6. Single to right! He slaps it past the dive of Thompson. And the Blue Jays are alive. Only the second hit of the ball game for Toronto. Let's double check. That is a 4-6. And that's a single to right. Oh boy. Upshaw 1 through 14. They'll hold him close. He's a tying run. Will be 1 through 15. And here comes Jesse Barfield. If Barfield goes bippity boppity boom for the second time, this ball game is over. This ball game is over. Do we take Upshaw out? 1 through 14, so he's slightly above average. 1 through 12, 1 through 12, 1 through 9, 1 through... Oh, Dave Collins, 1 through 17. Absolutely. So Dave Collins will come into pinch run for Upshaw. Collins, the former Red and Mariner, possibly Tiger also. He might have went to the Tigers after. So Collins will pinch run. And he's a double-A stealer 1 through 17. So he's going to be 1 through 18. Now, so he's going to come into pinch run. Upshaw's out. And Collins can play first base, though he's not as good. So Upshaw's out. The speedy Dave Collins is in. Double-A stealer. Okay, so he's a double-A stealer. 2 outs, tying run at first, 2-1 ball game. Tekulve on the mound. Pirates win. They move to the Elite Eight. Double-A, you hold him on. That's a -2 when it comes to stealing. And Tony Pena is a -3, so that's -5 overall. That's 1 through 13. He's not going. So he's at first. And here's Jesse Barfield. Barfield broke up the no-hitter with the home run in the bottom of the 7th. Now, finally, the Blue Jays get their second hit. So let's see if Barfield, the speedy Collins at first, held on. He'll be a +1. Here's the pitch of Jesse Barfield from Kent Tekulve. The submarine ball flies fourth. 3-8. Righty, 3-8. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. The ball game is over. The Pirates go wild here in Toronto. They have moved to the Elite Eight. The tying run is stranded at first. The winning run stranded at the plate. Barfield goes 1 for 4. He struck out 3 times and had the home run. What sweet revenge for the Pirates, striking out Jesse Barfield to end it. What a ball game, folks. What a ball game. The Pirates advance in the 1983 tournament, the 10th seed at 84 wins, 78 losses, who had to win their way into the Sweet 16. The Blue Jays had a bye, as they were a top 8 team. The Blue Jays, the 7th seed, they're out at 89 and 73. So the Pirates, 2 wins in this tournament. It's 2-1. Wow. So Kent Tekulve, so DeLeon gets the win, gave up 1 hit, the home run to Barfield. Tekulve gets the save. He pitched 2 innings. He gave up 1 hit, no runs. Dave Stieb goes 9 innings, makes 1 bad pitch, the 2-run homer to Dave Parker. He loses 2-1. That's the definition of tough luck loser. And he gets the loss. They're out. And you know what? The Blue Jays had a pretty good hitting team in 83. Looking at their cards. They got the tying run on first base with 2 outs with Upshaw. We pinch ran with Collins. I mean, we just took a look for ha-has. I wasn't stealing anyway with Pena behind the plate. And that was then a double-A minus. So it's a -5 overall. And Barfield strikes out. He was 1 for 4. 3 strikeouts and the home run. Player of the game, Jose DeLeon. What might have been, folks, had he not shook off Tony Pena and wanted to come with the heat to Barfield, as Tekulve, with that weird dipping submarine ball away. Barfield swing and a miss. Ball game over. 2-1. Pirates advance. Thank you for everyone who watched. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Health and happiness. You know what's coming, folks. Peace! Pirates win 2-1. They advance to the Elite Eight in our 1983 tournament.